welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to go through my music for the masses on vinyl. So last week I got this Italian version of music for the masses. I'm going to consult Discogs throughout this video for help. This is 1987 original release from Italy. So let's take a look at this. So the back of the album, very similar. In fact, you're going to see all the albums are very similar. There's no embossing on this. It's all over gloss finish, as you can see. Actually, it's matte. So they've done the opposite. They've kind of put a matte gloss finish on the photo and glossed around it. There's no embossing on the logo here that you get on some of the albums. If I can just catch the light, let's see if I can get it when I want it. I can't get it. Hopefully you can see, yeah, you can see the difference in the gloss texture. And then the only other thing to give away the fact that it is an Italian version of Stum 47 is it says at the bottom, underneath the logo, spreading the news around the world, Distribuzione Dischi Ricordi SPA. And the album has got this stamp on it to say, to prove it's not counterfeit, this red stamp. You see this a lot on Italian vinyl, and you can see the original Walking Man logo there as well. So it's a kind of yellowy label on there. And then the inlay on this is not in great nick. I did know about this before I bought it, but it's got some heavy foxing on it because of probably being stored in the damp or something. So I had the photos on one side and the lyrics on the other. And then another recent version that I got hold of is the Scandinavian version. I think this might have been on another video. You can see they've got the gloss just on picture, and they have got the embossing on the logo there, and the same on the back as well. Any indication? Nope, no indication it's really from Scandinavia on the back. So you have to go to the label on the disc itself, and you can see there it says NCB. Which would give you the impression it's made in the Netherlands, but as I said in previous videos, a lot of the Scandinavian stuff was made in the Netherlands for the Scandinavian market. Same inlay as ever. Then next is the original UK release from 1987, which it's got a weird kind of textured gloss finish on the photo, and then the two symbols either side are embossed. And spreading the news around the world at the bottom, no copyright blurb on the bottom there. They leave that to the inside. So let's talk about tracks. Never Let Me Down Again, absolute classic, really popular live as encore, where they do the Field of Wheat arm waving. The Things You Said, Strange Love, which was the first single off the album, I think, with Never Let Me Down Again being a single. Sacred, Little 15 to end side 1. Little 15 was released as a single in France, and I got hold of it in the UK. It seemed to be released as a single in the UK as far as I was concerned, but apparently that was an import that I got on 7-inch. Behind the Wheel starts off side 2, that was a single. I Want You Now, which was a single in Japan. One of my other videos shows you the Japanese CD single of that, the little 3-inch one. To Have and To Hold, Nothing, and the instrumental Pimp F. So they're the tracks. And let's take a look at this. So yeah, inlay cards the same. Again, they're all very similar. And then the label Side 1 has got the loudspeakers on there, and the number 1, and then side 2 has got the tracks on, and this very short-lived logo, which I've heard called the Planet logo or the Saturn logo. It's the walking man featured on top of a kind of planet, which only really was used in this kind of period of time around 1987. And then next I think is the special one of the bunch, which is a 1987 limited release. Exactly the same cover. A little bit of fading on the edge. But I was willing to put up with that because of what's inside, which is the clear vinyl. So this is one of the stars of my collection, I guess you'd say. I've played this through. Side 1 is much better than side 2, but it's really nice to look at, if not to listen to. I think I will stick to playing the more recent reissues if I want to listen to the album on vinyl. Not to be outdone, in 1987 the Germans released a special edition of the album too. This has got a bit more of a textured feel to the sleeve. It's got a gloss panel, plain gloss panel, not textured. The embossing and the gloss picture on the back as well, and the emboss there. And inside, so take a look. We have got the transparent blue version. This is also direct metal master, so it's got the DMM logo on. So this is also a good looking disc. Very nice. The inlay itself is pretty much identical. So it's got a tiny little int 146833 in the corner there, so you know it's the German inlay. And then coming more up to date, I have a copy from 2014, which is a USA Canada release, and this is the first one. Again, it's embossing gloss picture, but this is the first one that's actually gatefold. And this is on Reprise, Sire and Rhino. You've got the row of 4 logos there. Same tracks as ever. The lyrics are actually inside here. We've got a nice set of photos. And then the actual insert has got the same set of photos as normal on it, and an essay from Daniel Miller that all these reissues got. And then the labels are pretty similar to the UK version. Also from 2014, I've got the music on vinyl version of the album, which is pretty much identical. It's got a lot more almost embossed gloss photos on it, and the same embossing on the logo. Yeah, but this is Sony Music BMG music on vinyl, and the package itself is exactly the same as that previous release I just showed you, although this does appear to have a black comes with a black sleeve. Yeah, so this is a single page insert instead of being the inner sleeve for the record, but it's got the same stuff printed on it, and then it comes with this black protective insert. So it's a 180 gram audiophile copy, same as last time really, but it's got obviously the different logos on it, same labels. I would say that music on vinyl copy is probably the best sound in version of the album that I've got. It's certainly the quietest. I know there's some debate over these music on vinyl pressings, but I think it sounds pretty good. And that was in comparison to the last version that's here. And this is, as opposed to being a US and Canada release, this is just a plain US release. It's got exactly the same logos and everything. I won't even bother showing you the insides or anything because it's the same as the one before last. The only discernible difference is that the label at the bottom has got different copyright wording, and it says made in the Netherlands on here, and that's it. So it's almost a duplicate, really. Anyway, that's my complete run through of my vinyl copies of Music for the Masses. I did try and buy an Argentinian version as well from a Discog seller, but unfortunately they were a physical shop with a lot of stock, and when they went to look, they couldn't find it on their shelves, so they gave me a refund. So that was a bit disappointing, but you know, I think I've probably got enough copies now. As if. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. If it's after Christmas, I wish you all a happy Christmas, and see you in the new year. Cheers.